everybody? It's Griffin over here at Eddie's Guitars in Maplewood, Missouri, joined by my good friend Donnie.
What's going on today, guys?
We're taking a look at some recent arrival electrics, guitars and basses, as you can see. Donnie here's got this insane Fodera Emperor J standard, right?
Yes, I believe so. And we just brought these guys on.
Yes.
And we are super impressed by what they have to offer. This is the first time that I've actually played this one, and just picking it up, plugging it in immediately. You know, you just feel something coming from this bass. So, just picking it up, already inspired. But it plays like butter, and it sounds even better.
Yeah,
so.
Every single one of these we plugged in sounds unbelievable. This is a brand that all of us in the room, back from the old guitar stores we worked at, we've always been curious about this brand. We've had a really small chance to play any of them, especially not plugged in. So we were really blown away whenever we had a chance to try them out when we got them in the store. I had a chance to play the Purple Heart Yin Yang we had a couple weeks ago, and it was really a phenomenal bass. So
it was. Yeah, this is, since we've brought them on, like I was saying, this is the first one I've been able to actually pick up, and it's awesome. It's got, 2 Duncan single coil J's,
yeah,
right?
the Duncan JJs, yeah.
JJs, okay.
And I think it's like a Lake Placid blue or ice blue metallic type finish. Really nice satin, not sticky finish, or anything like that. Really nice bird's eye on the fretboard as well.
Yep.
These basses don't feel particularly...
if you guys can see that.
Does that one have the... Okay, yeah. Some of them even have little bird's eye wings up at the top of the headstock, too. We noticed that on the Emperor Elite yesterday. These basses don't have a ton of features that jump out at you as like proprietary or unique or something like that. They're not like a crazy brand like a Strandberg or a Teufel or something like that.
Or Limbic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what they do offer is just that like punchy tone. Like they're one of those types of basses where it just sounds perfect whenever you kind of plug it in.
It really does. Truly. As soon as we plugged it in, it sounds great. You know, immediately you don't have to adjust anything or really do anything to it. The frets feel good. The neck profile feels great. Brass nut. So
yeah, very wide, thin neck on them. The 5-string is super, super comfortable. Yeah, walk us a bit.
Yeah, let's hear that, baby.
Let's hear it. Sounds. So just really sweet sound. It's awesome.
Yeah. Very balanced.
I like it a lot.
Is that with both pickups on full blast?
Yes. That's cool. Everything turned up.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It does. It sounds really, really good.
I bet that would sound really good with one of those like one of those foam pieces under there. I bet it would get
like a mute or whatever.
A little thump or groove gear make the thump. Man, I bet that would scream.
Right by the bridge. Another cool feature about these that we noticed was, if we can get a shot of this, the recessed
strap
pins.
The recessed strap button is.
If I can turn this the right way,
I think we can see.
Too far away, but
we know. Well, we know what we're looking for. The audience doesn't know what we're looking for.
As you can see down here, I mean, there's no end pin, sticking out, so it's pretty cool. You can use, I believe, any of the Dunlop strap locks to secure your strap to this one.
Which I'm a big fan of, because strap locks are awesome, but like you have this cool looking guitar and then you have this friggin' light bulb coming out of your both ends of your guitar, and you kind of feel like you look like a dork when it's like it's like I did all this to look cool and then now I don't look cool at all.
And this is nice and clean. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Speaking of nice and
clean. So what do we got there?
This is an Oopegg or Oopegg. I still am not clear on how to pronounce it, but this is the Trailbreaker Mark I, their flagship guitar model. We are huge fans of here.
Oh yeah.
So much so that Matt himself recently just got one. I don't know
did.
if you've seen on his social media or did we post his guitar?
Not yet.
Okay, well
It was in the teaser video.
We will very soon. Oh yeah, it was in the teaser video. Check that out before we erase that from the internet forever. These guitars are just super charming, super refreshing. They're kind of just like a mishmash of a million features that I like out of a lot of different guitars. It's like kind of like how Tom Anderson will do, Ravens with humbuckers and more modern tremolos and stuff like that. This is kind of like that. It's a modern and a classic feel on an offset. You've got a humbucker pickup in the neck and the bridge with a single in the middle. These are Magneto design. So what are they again? They are Magneto design. They're just custom. They're just custom for Oopegg.
Cool.
That would explain why I don't remember the model.
Yeah, same.
They really. I did a demo with these guitars. If you want to check it out on our YouTube channel, and they really sound super balanced across the board. I use that word a lot, but it's something that's really important to me when I record guitar or bass. That I can just kind of throw anything at it and it can hang. Something else that's really impressive about these guitars are these Descendant Tremolos. Yeah. When these first came into the store, I thought it was a mastery bridge.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a mastery bridge, honestly.
But it's not. It's this thing called a Descendant, which Matt was way over the moon with. That was the deciding factor that made him ultimately purchase this guitar.
Yeah, I think he actually prefers that over a mastery bridge.
I think he says it's like head and shoulders above the mastery, which is really impressive.
Because the mastery is awesome.
People say the mastery is head and shoulders above everything to compare it to. But basically the philosophy behind this Descendant tailpiece, it makes the strings pass through the bridge instead of just like sitting above
over
it.
Them.
So it changes the break angle. It gives you more, I think it gives you more tension on your strings. So you get a little bit better tuning stability. You can hammer on the bar a little bit more. And it just has a slightly different response. It's really floaty. I'm a huge fan of how floaty it is. And it has this like low rumble underneath it too. You can almost flutter.
Yeah, and one thing that caught my eye with these guitars is it's an offset, of course, and it's their own shape, but it still feels familiar.
Yes.
It's like, and it's not like an odd shaped guitar to where like you see it and you're like, oh, what's that thing?
Not at all. Yeah.
As soon as you see it, you're like, oh man, that's really cool. And then you notice it's offset and it's a non-traditional shape, but it still like feels like home.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands these days that are doing the weird look just to be
shapes,
weird, and putting a million little bells and whistles on it just for the sake of it. And this is not that case. Whatsoever.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot of like kind of like what Reverend does.
Okay,
Reverend makes stuff
similar.
that like it's wonky looking, but it's not going to get in your way.
Right.
It's not. It's
even Novo.
exactly.
Stuff like that.
They're not like it's not avant-garde just for the sake of it. It's still very comfortable to play. It still feels like a guitar. Mm-hmm. Some other things they feel like furniture. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, this guitar in particular, I was really happy to see the humbucker in the neck as well, because a lot of times it'll look like a humbucker in the neck, but it'll be a single coil. That G went out.
Uh-oh.
Donnie, play us out.
Cool.
I mean, intermission.
Cool. You want to switch them up?
That thing sounds absolutely amazing.
It sounds
really I might play a little something on this while you're grabbing the next thing.
Sure. Sure, go ahead.
Big fan of this guitar. Big fan of this guitar. And the basses they're making right now, too. We need to order some of those.
Yes, definitely. All right.
And if the fine
Get
folks...
this one in tune here, you guys. Just a second.
If the fine folks at Oopegg are watching, make a baritone, please. Make a baritone.
That's how you find the way into Griffin's heart with a baritone guitar.
Just throw that Stormbreaker neck on the Trailbreaker body and put 6 strings on it. And send me 3 or 4 of them. I didn't even plan on grabbing the red guitar. I just happened to.
It works, yeah. Now we'll match.
Oh, we got another new brand.
We do, yes. So also, just recently we brought on Duesenberg. And, I mean, another brand that we're super happy with. With these, we're just getting used to the tremolos on them, you know, of course. It is the Duesenberg, what do they call it? The Duesenberg Diamond Tremolo, I believe?
I don't know, but it's basically...
I think so, actually, yeah.
It's basically how I wish every Bigsby was.
True, true.
A lot of the things that I had to say about the Oopegg, I have to say about the Duesenberg. It's like
Absolutely.
Old school style, but with modern conveniences. Yep. The tremolo is a better version of a tremolo you've seen before. Yeah, it's basically like a Bigsby, but it works the way you wished every Bigsby worked in the past. It's awesome.
So on this one, we've got like the, you know, your regular tailpiece. You know, that's similar to a Bigsby.
Yes, yeah.
But the spring under here, underneath the arm, is actually extremely smooth. It's comfortable. It's stable. You know, we like them a lot. And it was just kind of like another brand. We were like, why didn't we have these before?
Yeah.
You know, so they're really great guitars. We're happy with them. It's that awesome German engineering, right?
I love that 4-way rotary switch.
True.
Dude, the rotary is awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, your pickup selector here, you know, a little bit different. Not too much. You know, it doesn't have Strat bite. Like if it was like an HSS Strat. Cool.
Yeah. That is the best sounding one I've heard. I've heard like 4 of them. That is awesome. It just has a little more pick attack than the other ones.
Okay.
Which not like the other ones sounded dead or anything, but that's got a little bit. Is that bolt on or is that set neck?
This would be set neck.
Oh,
yep.
interesting.
It's
that has a little bit more snap than the other ones. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the shape.
Love the
shape.
shape.
The shape is what got me.
Didn't they just unveil the guitar player from Sum 41 has a signature that's this shape coming out through them?
I think so. Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
Yeah, that looks pretty. We'll have to order some of those.
Is it going to be a Paloma?
I like the 2 pick guards on there too.
Same. Yeah, very cool. Another thing, like, it's the little things, you know? You don't notice that at first. You're like, and then you actually pick it up. You're like, oh, that's actually 2 different pick guards. Okay.
And it's perfect example of something where it's like, yes, it's an extra accompaniment. Yes, it's an extra bell and whistle. But it's not something that, like, I don't want to throw any other brands under the bus, but there's a few that I can think of off the top of my head that, like, are trying to do that throwback thing, and they just have all of these little things on the guitar for your hands and arms, ornaments, literally, to get caught on, and it's just not fun. Whereas that actually could serve a practical purpose, and it looks cool, you know?
It does. It does.
Speaking of looking cool,
I'm
the king of transitions today, everybody. We've got a 59 ES 355 in 60s Cherry VOS. We have a million of these things.
We do.
We have so many. We got a little gluttonous with ordering 335s a while ago. And if you look on our website, we are plumb stocked of
We do
a
have
million
quite a
of these
few.
things.
Those and the watermelon ones.
The watermelon
honestly.
ones,
Yeah.
I think we've got some ebony ones too.
Yep.
A lot of 64s and a lot of 59s.
A lot of 59s.
And I am a huge fan of these. I've played so many at this point. I played almost one of these in every one of our Electric live streams. Every single one has been awesome. I don't know what it is. Every single Les Paul PSL of this series and 335 or 355 has been just aces. Yeah. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially I noticed the 60s cherry ones and the watermelon ones. They're incredibly consistent, and all of them had pretty nice looking tops too.
Yes,
they really did.
Yeah. Which we can attest to our friends going and picking them out. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's dive into this guy.
Very nice.
Infinitely playable guitars.
Absolutely.
Infinitely playable.
Yep. Honestly, if you're looking for a 335 or 355 style, definitely check these out, because these are the ones, that we've had. Like you said, the 64s and the 59s, the ebony ones that we had before these, way before these, are also very cool. Yes. But there's just something about these guitars. They're really, really nice.
They awesome. Actually can hang with the Collings we have in the store.
They
can.
For sure.
Which is
100%.
Not something that can be said all of the time. But I can say, you can give me a polygraph, and this thing, this can hang with the Collings, and that is just about the highest compliment you can attribute to one of these style of guitars.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Hey, we're human, right?
Let's hear some riffage on that.
Sure, you want to hear this one? I neck pickup, so...
What about some overdrive?
Tremolo really ever when I play, but because there's one on here now, all I'm going to do is every time I hit a chord, I just want to give it a little vibrato. So.
That's your
sounding
gateway
guitar.
drug, Donnie.
Yeah.
That's your gateway drug into
exactly.
Tremolos.
Into
You're going
the
to be
trem
doing
world.
Satriani dive bombs.
Yeah, right.
In
Next thing you
6
know,
months.
I got a full line of Ibanez, guys.
You got 2 locking nuts.
Hey, Griffin. Are those Grover tuners on that?
They are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're heavy duty. Which, don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. We are happy to oblige.
Absolutely.
We're just having a good old between the two of us. But if you want to participate, please do.
Oh, yeah.
That's got Duesenberg pickups in it as well, right?
It does, yeah. So Duesenberg hardware, Duesenberg pickups. So far, I really like the Duesenberg tuners. If we could maybe get a close up of those. I don't know what they call it. Maybe the Duesenberg Z tuners, I think. Yeah, those are.
They look like little hot air balloons.
They do, yeah, kind of with the pattern on them. Kind of taken after like the Grover style. But yeah,
they have a lot of mass to
very
them. They're super heavy duty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got one for you guys. Richard on YouTube asks, what's the difference between a 335 and a 355?
Oh.
20. Matt is looking from off camera with the deadest gaze. The deadest, most disapproving gaze.
You know what? I feel bad. I don't know.
honestly don't know.
Yeah, we should totally know that.
We should know.
Yeah,
Matt, save us.
Gold
Gold hardware. Inlays.
Sometimes the electronics.
Gold
Okay.
hardware, inlays, sometimes the electronics.
Okay.
So not all that much.
So not really that much.
I mean, enough.
So
Essentially,
so
the same
about
guitar.
tree 55.
Oh man.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, this is great. What do you got for us next?
What do I have for us next? I'm gonna grab this.
Oh, okay.
Let's trade them out here. This is probably the guitar I don't even know what I'm excited about every guitar today. But yeah, this is probably the guitar I'm most excited about. This is a Mayones Duvel Elite 40th anniversary. In black feather with a 5A maple top, alder back, 5A maple cavity cover, 5A maple topped control knob, which look at that control knob.
Matches.
They book matched the
Matches.
flame maple to match the grain of the top. The direction it's going. This brand Mayones is a brand that I followed long before I worked at this store, long before I worked at any guitar store, back when I was in culinary school. When I first got into progressive metal, I would see these bands playing these guitars and having just the best tone and talking about how these guitars just sounded so incredible, they were super reliable, they couldn't play anything else. So when I started working here, this was the brand I probably was most annoying to Granville about bringing on.
To be adamant about bringing those on. But it's also another brand, it's like, as soon as we got them, why didn't we have these before? You know, so they're that good. As
far as a brand that like represents what we as a store like to do with guitars, there's not a brand that does electrics in this style, like in this progressive metal style, that offers this type of features that we've ever had before. This is like a new territory, and we're super excited about it.
It's cool to finally have them. It is.
So this was their 40th anniversary, so it's basically got everything they could throw. They threw the whole kitchen sink at it. It's got a 5A a flame maple neck, Wingate strip. You've got maple tuners as well. You've got the 5A headstock veneer. You have bare knuckle TKO pickups, which are awesome. Bare knuckle actually has a partnership with Mayones where they designed pickups specifically for Mayones' guitars. So you can get bare knuckle pickups in your guitar at Mayones for cheaper than if you were to buy bare knuckle pickups, and they're going to be arguably sound even better than the bare knuckles you get from them because they're voiced specifically for this guitar. Yep. I think that's pretty awesome, you know.
Or Mayones.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how they prefer it to be pronounced.
How you say it. Now, is that gloss top, right?
Gloss top.
Satin back and sides.
Gloss top, satin back, and actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. This is this alder back has got the TEW treatment, which is literally just tonally enhanced wood, is what they call it. They roast it, but
so it's they torify it. That's their version of.
And let me tell you, just as far as that was neck pickup, or not neck pickup, middle pickup. So playable, so alive sounding. I'm also playing a little more gingerly than I would because this is a very expensive guitar that I'm very afraid of being made to buy.
Every penny, man, so far, you know, from what we've seen, and we're only going to get more of them, so.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, lots of dynamics. The pick attack is great. All of the ones that we've gotten in so far are hardtails, right? So, except for one.
We may have gotten one with a 2-point.
With a 2-point trim, okay.
But I honestly don't think so.
No, they were all, they were all hardtails.
We've gotten 5, and they've all had a hip shot bridge.
Yep. Yeah, they were all hip shot.
Yeah. I want to try one of theirs with a Schaller Hannes bridge.
Yes. I've actually had some people ask about those, and I think we ordered, 2?
Yeah.
1 or 2 with the Schaller tremolo on there, so.
Which we spec'd out, I think 10 builds that are as crazy. Well, again, they've been doing this a while, so these are pretty crazy. But we've spec'd some out with them that are pretty much on this level of insane woods and features.
Yep.
Those should be here within the year or so.
I think so, yeah.
We were a little concerned about how crazy we went with these, and then we got these guitars, and we were like, awesome,
totally fine.
great.
Glad
we made the best decision we could have made.
Glad we went, I guess, the extra mile. When
yes,
we when they allowed us to. So.
Because I was like, I heard about the Wenge knobs with the exotic tips on them, and I was like, I had that done on all of mine. Yeah. And then seeing this, I was like, yes, okay,
we have to
cool.
order them all like this. That
is the most bridge pickup sounding bridge pickup I've ever heard in my life. If this guitar had a 5-way, it may be the perfect, most perfect sound.
You'd have to get it then. Right?
Yeah, I'd have to get it. I would have to get a second mortgage on my house. But yeah, I gotta get my hands away from this thing because it's fascinating and it's honestly just. It's hard to not get emotional about a guitar you've had so much expectations about.
You wanted to see for so long,
and it lives up to them. I can't exaggerate enough.
Maybe even exceeds them a little bit. At least for me, like
yes,
I knew they were going to be good, but yeah, when we got them, they were.
Hey Griffin, Jay Bernheim is curious. What song is that palm mute riff from?
It's kind of a modified version of
one of your own songs.
It's kind of a modified take on one of my songs with a band I'm in called Cloy, called Honeypot. It's just kind of like a modified, improvised version of that.
Yeah.
If you listen to enough of my material, you'll realize that chord shape presents itself many times. It's the industry standard as far as all my songs
Griffin's
go.
industry standard. That's good though. I mean, everybody's got their bag of tricks, right?
What is that chord?
It is just a drop 2 shell voicing of a major 7 chord. So it's like 5th fret on the low E, then you skip a string, then it's 6 on the D string. So it's a major 7 voicing, but just 1 and 7.
So here, guys, we have a Shelton, and this is a TimeFlite GTX. This is another brand that we just received, 3 or 4 of them recently? Because we were waiting for them for a while. So, the first impression of this guitar is this sparkle. Do they call this
Burgundy Mist Metalflake Sparkle.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Burgundy Mist Metalflake
Burgundy
Sparkle.
Mist Metalflake. So the sparkle is super chunky.
It's the biggest Metalflake I've ever seen in my life.
It's awesome. It's really good. The finish is really good. This actually has Curtis Novak P90s in it. And
They call them the JM Fat and the JMV.
JM Fat and JMV. Okay, JMV is what, in the neck, I guess. Probably.
Oh, so that's cool. So they put
JMV's
in the neck.
JM Fat in the bridge.
JM Fat in the bridge.
Yeah.
You know, with your mastery tremolo.
So it's literally a JM for somebody that wants a telly.
Wants a
That's-
telly.
Semi-hollow telly.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
like a thin line.
That's so cool.
So,
Like I
like a deluxe or something. But yeah, it's awesome. I like them a lot. You know, another kind of brand that falls into that Oopegg or Oopegg or Novo type scenario. But
I think these guys
it classic.
these guys keep it a little more classic,
more traditional. Yeah,
but they will throw the sun at. They threw the sun at this thing.
Ooh, give us a little something, Griffin, while I tune this thing back up.
Explain what this is right here. This is a Spector Coda 4 Deluxe, I believe, in faded blue stain with a Aguilar set of PJ pickups. Very impressive bass. We'll get back to that.
Another manufacturer we actually just brought on, you know, because we just got a lot of them recently in the last few months. So it's cool to kind of be expanding into, again, like you were saying about the Mayones guitars and basses that we've heard about for so long, and then finally get to put our hands on them.
And honestly, the first Spector I played was my roommates years and years ago. It was one of their lower end ones, and it had a terrible setup on it. And I was like, I don't like this bass at all. And then we got these, and I played the first one we got, and I was like, this thing is amazing, amazing. And this particular one I think sounds awesome, very good. And this is with both pickups just on full blast.
if I have a tremolo in front of me, all I'm going to do is use it. But yeah, I like these a lot. Let's hear the neck pickup, I guess. Did we do neck pickup on this yet? I don't think so. Switch it up here, guys.
Yeah, Sheltons were. We've only had one for the longest time. That green one, which I'm honestly.
Yeah, that was that was a JM, right?
Yeah. What do they call that? The Galaxy Flight?
Yeah, that one would just be the Galaxy Flight, I believe.
Oh, this is a cool guitar. I'm excited about this.
All right, so. Here we have a Strat, hardtail, Fender Custom Shop, master built, and it's got P90s in it. So these are custom shop P90s. This was actually a guitar that was a part of the dealer exclusive winter custom shop event. And that's where we can kind of compete with other dealers to have a chance to buy one of these really exclusive guitars. So this was part of some of the ones that we actually, got a stab at. So it's pretty cool. And this one was built by
Andy Hicks.
Andy Hicks, that's right.
Really, if this was his like concept from start to finish, what a cool idea.
Seriously.
It's like, hey, it's kind of like the last one where it was like, hey, I want a JM, but I also want it to be a semi-hollow telly.
Yeah,
this is, hey.
Thin line style. And then, so 3-way switch, volume tone.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
It's like, hey, I want a Les Paul Jr.
Yep.
But it's also a Strat.
But it's also a Strat.
Come on, exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah, it got a beautiful slice of bird's eye maple. Roasted bird's eye maple, of course, on the back of the neck.
Yeah, when you see them pick their figure out, you realize it's like, oh yeah, Fender has access to some pretty good wood, I guess. Yeah, like.
Yeah, they definitely have an eye for that stuff. Because I ordered just a team built custom shop not too long ago, and it's a roasted flame maple neck. And I think it's 3A or something like that. Yeah. It's a great.
Donnie's neck is gorgeous. I can't imagine what 5A looks like. If 3A
no
looks
kidding.
like that.
And even this one, because at this level, the guys at the custom shop, that are doing these guitars are just cranking out some awesome stuff. That's for sure.
And those are custom wound from the custom shop. P90s, they're not like production model.
Yeah,
that's
cool. So this isn't like, I don't believe these would be pickups that you could just buy. You know, for like I think they'll, like, if you did a master built yourself, they might do P90s, but this we would have to look, because I don't know, this might be something, just specific to this guitar that, this is it, that they might only build again unless they feel like it.
I'm curious if when it's a master builder, if they're the ones winding the pickups, too.
I don't know, because I know the Josefina ones, like she's been winding pickups at the custom shop for a long time. I think her family, too. Like, they've all worked there for a while. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if they actually wind them or if someone else does or what. But, and just right off the bat, so strumming an open chord, you can just acoustically.
Like, I hope that translates not just in the room.
It's so loud.
It's
there's
insane.
Just so much. There's just so much volume coming out of this thing. It's awesome. It's a powerful sounding guitar. It really is. It's a lot of sound coming out of this thing. It's super resonant, sustained, and even though you think Strat, you think it's got to have a tremolo, 2-point tremolo. But this one, not having the tremolo, being a hardtail, I feel like works. Because,
It's halfway to Les Paul country,
Halfway, yeah. So it's like, like I was saying before, because I never use a tremolo, if you put one in front of me, I'll always use it. Even though my Strat does have a 2-point on it, this would just still make sense, just because being a hardtail. Even though you don't think of it like that. But yeah, it's all. Let's hear some more.
That's pretty nuts.
Yep. Besides,
let me see that thing. That is pretty
the noise of the P90s.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you played this guitar?
No, I haven't. Yeah,
that's the first time I played it.
This
too.
is amazing, dude.
That's a loud guitar.
Me being in a rush to play a guitar with this much noise should tell you.
With P90s on it too.
Exactly. That should tell you how good this thing sounds. For me to want to play it this bad.
There's so much life to it.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. I think now would be a good time for us to take a short commercial break with a word from our sponsors.
Oh, okay, yeah. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be
very
back
shortly.
Don't get too spooked.
And we're back.
All right, so here we have the almighty private stock. And this is one that we just received probably, a week ago?
Maybe 10 to 15 days ago.
Okay,
yeah,
so almost probably
week and
2
a half,
weeks.
yeah.
We got a 5815 LT in the bridge, the narrow field, of course, and then their legendary 5708 in the neck. So it's a really, really good mix in the pickup. As far as, for me, I've always been obsessed with the 5708. And then, they got the 5815s, and then they came out with the 8515s. But the 5708 for the longest time was kind of regarded as, by a lot of people, and of course it can be subjective, but as the closest thing to a PAF as it gets without having one.
Yeah.
So I think this is not only the most versatile model that they offer, being the special semi-hollow, but it's also got a really good spread of pickups in it also.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, you would need insane... there'd be it would take so much paper to write down the amount of albums that have that pickup on it.
True. True.
But I feel like you glossed over the most striking features of the guitar to talk about the pickups.
That's where we're going next. So not only does this have an absolutely beautiful top, it has a dog hair back with the green that matches, and then a matching flame maple neck as well.
And what's that? Is that Rainforest Glow?
I don't know.
Yes,
We'd have to ask Chondro. Rainforest Glow. Okay.
And I don't know if you can see it from here, but the inlays on this guitar are
so
glitter, like it's like some
so that'd
compound.
be green crackle, I think, and we're starting to do more of those type of inlays in our private stocks.
On a pale moon ebony board.
On a pale moon ebony
is
board, yeah.
Sweet.
So, and even the eagle at the top is the green crackle as well. I know. I wish we could zoom in a little bit, but
Sorry, it's a fixed lens.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, this is very cool. I think so. We had a pink one that was very similar, and was it faded whale blue maybe? I think out of all of them, this one looks the best, just because it's very bold.
The inlays take it over the top, in my opinion.
Inlays
Yeah,
are
the pink one I was
awesome.
a pretty big fan of.
Yeah, because
so.
that one did have pink inlays
Yeah.
in it too, which was pretty cool.
And it had the pink dog hair on the white back
Yeah.
too. So this is almost like, to get back to watermelon, we were talking about watermelon with those 59s. If you were the one that ordered the pink one from us, make the watermelon set. Just complete it,
You gotta have the matching set. So yeah, just hanging them side by side. Two nice cases.
Or back to back.
Or back to back. Just make sure you're really careful when you're grabbing one and putting one back.
Yeah.
So.
Which we have been. We were real. We were
be, yes.
shaking on our boots, just tuning this Mayones and this private stock up for.
Like you were saying, I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time with this guitar.
Yes, but we're just so proud of being able to have these guitars that we wanted to make them part of the stream.
Oh yeah.
That thing sounds really good too.
It does. It's very full.
It's full, but it's
meat to it.
It's like tamed at the very top end. Like it's not super hot. It's really it's very sweet sounding.
Sure.
It's got a little bit rolled off at the edge. And I love how this guitar sounds. Which
So yeah, what do we got there?
This is, every time we get one of these in the store, I have to put it in a live stream. This is a Suhr modern. What?
Suhr?
Suhr. It is a Suhr.
But it doesn't sound like it's from the Suhr.
Yeah, it's not where I found it. It is a custom modern and a custom metallic finish. I don't know if they call this Holoflake. I think Holoflake maybe.
I think they do call that Holoflake.
Okay, because
they call it custom metallic on
custom
our sheets.
okay.
Yeah, I think
Holoflake is.
Holoflake is owned by Fender, maybe,
is Fender's
so they might not be allowed to call it that. But some people call it Galactic Sparkle. Some people call it Rainbow Sparkle. Either way, it's just the most insane, breathtaking finish. They put more Metalflake on this than anything I've ever seen in multiple colors. That Shelton has bigger flake. This may have more of it.
Talking like the Shelton, it's very chunky, very big pieces of the flake in there. So
it's pretty hard to do it beyond this. These two are like some of the finest we've ever seen.
What's
this has DSV in the neck,
okay.
DSH in the bridge, and a V60.
V60 LP. in the middle.
Pretty classic combo. I think I have similar in my Strandberg.
Okay.
Really, really big fan of Suhr's pickups across the board. Anything from the super throaty bridge pickup. Really, really throaty and nice, to like a very spanky fourth position for like, you know, funkier type of stuff. Like,
if I ordered a modern, that's probably the configuration I would do.
yeah, HSH.
I would do
is just,
HSH. Yeah.
dude.
So you got the single coil if you need it, you know?
Yeah.
So
The only drawback with HSH is people have said that their pick hits the middle pickup. It doesn't happen to me.
Same.
It happens to me once every
now and
hour
then,
of playing,
yeah.
maybe, and that's usually from an articulation that I didn't mean to do, you know? So that is a real concern if that's your style of playing, but that's the only reason I've found to stray away from HSH, other than the fact that, you know, you gotta pay for another pickup. But
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
when you're looking at guitars like this, I don't think you're worried about
Another pickup.
another pickup, you know. This has the modern elliptical neck on it too, which I find to be very, very, very comfortable.
Same.
Maybe the most crowd pleaser neck I've found of any guitar from any brand. Like a guy that likes super wide thin necks like me likes it, and then a guy that likes super thick chunky necks also likes it.
Sure.
It's just comfortable kind of across the board. The modern elliptical, the even taper from Tommy Anderson, very similar, like not in profile, but in their ability to
Sure.
please a lot of different people.
Especially on like these type of guitars. You know,
Yes.
like I guess we
Yeah.
could say like what the modern, I guess, you know, as a whole, you know.
And I've played the modern elliptical neck on more classic design guitars. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
killer.
awesome, man. It's
super
awesome.
comfortable.
Especially when they have like the little tiny frets, like and like all the other classical accompaniments. Like that's the thing that we're privileged with at this place, to be able to try, you know, just one modern variable on a classic guitar. You know,
Sure.
It's very, very, very cool stuff. Do we have any? Have we made it through everything?
Did we really? I think we did. Yeah.
Man, we were at a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
We were.
No kidding.
We
We
had
were
a
worried we
breakneck-
weren't gonna make it through all of them.
Yeah.
So-
Do we have any questions from anybody? Does Kyle have anything to say?
Kyle's not here, man.
Kyle's MIA, dude. A favorite, Donnie?
Man, you know what? It is so another thing, like being able to kind of surround yourself with these guitars, it gets very hard to pick a favorite.
Especially with electrics. Like
Yep.
with Matt, I can assume that like one every stream he just vibes with and connects with. And sometimes that happens with me on stream, but like every time I do one of these, at the end, I'm just thinking of like it's like a recipe. It's like, ooh, for a death metal song, I would use this,
Yeah, exactly.
or oh,
So
for a
it
funk
almost
song, I would
comes-
use this.
Yeah, it almost comes down to like favorites for what you need it for, or
Yeah.
what style of guitar you're gonna get. I think today, I know I would like that guitar a lot, even though I haven't played it yet. I played the Holoflake or
Yes,
Galaxy
yeah.
Sparkle, just because I've played the ones we've had in the past and they're great. I'm gonna have to go with the Duesenberg. That Paloma was very cool. I just got a weird thing for those guitars right now. As soon as we got them in, I really liked them. So.
That your playing style
cool.
sounded really good through that guitar too. Like it vibed with you what you were playing. Me,
What about you, Griffin?
Me, that Mayones.
Okay.
It is just. It's like struggling to feel worthy to be playing it. It's like Matt. Me and Matt were talking about it. We were just like,
I can't believe it's in my
I
hands.
can't believe this is here.
That's
I
kinda how I
can't
feel with
believe
this
it's
one,
here.
too.
You know, it was like the first time I played my Tom Anderson. I was like,
Yeah.
why am I allowed who let me play? Who let me play this? Whose dad isn't here? You know, it's like whose dad's gonna pull this out of my hand? You know.
Cool.
Well, if you're out there,
yeah,
hiding, not commenting, let us know what your favorite guitar was. What about you, Hondro?
I would have to go with the Shelton Galaxy Flight.
Shelton, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that is.
It's a cool guitar.
This is maybe the craziest week we've ever had, as far as like
we've gotten a lot
10 out of 10 across
stuff.
the board. But I say that every week, so you know. So next week it'll probably be the same. But the master build too.
I know
the master build was crazy. That is a crazy guitar.
That's not something I would normally go towards.
I would never buy that guitar.
Yeah, same. But
I want to buy
as
that
soon
guitar.
as you pick it up and play it, it changes your mind.
Yeah. It's
So.
I would write material just so that I could use that guitar.
Yeah,
like I would make music just to be like, I'm taking Andy Hicks' guitar out again, because it's some guitars want to be played, and that's a guitar that wants to be played. You know.
I agree.
Jay Bernheim said the Mayones sounded dang good, but the P90s on the Strat were really sweet too.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
I think that's probably one of the best sounding guitars in this room. That P90 Strat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should have done a little more clean stuff with the Mayones, because Matt was messing with it. He was playing some of his stuff on every pickup setting, and honestly, on three-way switches, I almost never like the clean tone on electric guitars with three-way switches.
Sure, because you've got no
in betweens.
Yeah, because you play mostly on what, 4? Or
yeah,
2?
on like 4th or 2nd position. Yeah,
2 or 4. So
hearing that guitar, just hearing the full humbucker spectrum, but with the pick attack, and I've never heard the wood in an electric guitar so much than that guitar.
That
it sounded so
loud.
woody.
Yeah.
It's and it just felt so solid. I'm kind of gushing about the guitar, but it really is impressive. It's hard to not seem like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
when I saw that we were getting that one, I was like, oh man, okay.
Yeah.
Could have got one of the other cool ones, but then it showed up. It's like, oh man, it's master built. Oh man, it's hardtail. Oh, it's got P90s in it. It's built by Andy Hicks, and then we play it today, and it's lives up to the expectation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Richard said his favorite today would be the 335, but tomorrow could be the Duesenberg.
Nice.
The Gibson, I'm telling you, when you get your hands on one of those, if you are at all interested in one of those, that will check every box that you can think of. Or if you're like, oh, I'm looking between this and this brand, but I don't know, like, whatever is on the internet about Gibson these days, you don't have to worry about it with like these guitars.
Like that,
I just can't tell you how much fun I've had with those. Every single one of those.
Every single one. I agree. Whether it be how the top looks, how it plays, or how it sounds. We haven't had any issues as far as quality control really with those things. No weird binding issues or finish issues. Yeah. They're really nice.
And we send a lot of guitars back. We won't say who gets a lot of guitars back.
If they're not perfect, we don't want to give them to you guys. Yeah.
So, well, thanks for checking everything out, guys. I had a blast. Hopefully Honda doesn't do anything to scare you over the next 5 or 6 seconds. But
Milady.
The pumpkin lights backdrop really makes it feel like October in here. Spooktober, sorry.
Yeah.
And then of course we've got the Spector of Savings.
The heralds of tone.
He knows about the chills, thrills, and pentatonic skills.
We hope we've provided you thrills, chills, and pentatonic skills. But if there's nothing more, we will join you next week for none of those things.
Or maybe some more of those things.
Perhaps. You'll never know. It's Spooktober. Thanks again, guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys.